In this episode, I'm going to break down exactly how to get more things done these last 5 months of the year and to push yourself mentally to get more things done without burning out and without getting stressed. Let's get right into it. What's up, champ? Hope you're having a great day. Another day, another TRUEversation. And in this weekly episode, which I have committed mentally and I've made a verbal commitment to you guys to start putting out weekly content, I'm going to talk about what I like to call the seasons of life. Because if you do get this thing right, you will be less stressed, get more things done, feel less overwhelmed, and just enjoy life more, have a flow in life, finding that internal calm that most of us are searching for while getting shitload of work done. And if you don't get this right, you will obviously be the opposite of what I just told you. You will be stressed, overwhelmed, and not get things done. So why is this so on top of mind for myself personally? For you guys who do not know, a couple of weeks ago, just 3 days after my birthday, I lost access to my Instagram. Something I've been building this Instagram for the last 8 years, wanting to grow it, essentially, obviously. But the thing with that Instagram that most of you guys don't know was that I couldn't run ads. I was constantly getting like micro-blocked, or I couldn't write messages to people. It was really strange. And then ultimately somebody, no idea really who that man was, but somebody wrote to me a personal message on my WhatsApp. No idea how this guy got my WhatsApp anyway. But this person wrote to me and he said, hey, haha, I have permanently blocked your Instagram, and it's emoji. You see the image right here. And I'm just responding very calmly, but why would you do that, brother? Because I understood that this was nothing I had done, and I understood that this is completely out of my control, so I refused to spaz out. I didn't get angry, I didn't felt anything. I saw it, this is literally how it went. I saw the message, tried to log into my Instagram, saw that I get permanently blocked, put my phone away, give it a second, and then said, you know what? I refuse to let this fuck up my mode, and then I just went right back to work. I didn't address it until 2 days later because I tried to log in again. I tried to call the person, the number, obviously no response. So after 2 days, I was in a moment of like, you know what? Probably gotta tell my business partner here. That thing happened, and then, which essentially means that I need to rebuild my entire Instagram, my entire social media presence, and I need to find a way to attract new clients without the following that I had, because Instagram was my #1 lead flow and client generating platform. Now, what does the future hold for me? So that thing just happened, but then on top of all of this, I also prepare for a TEDx talk. So about a month and a few days, month and a week, I have my first ever TEDx appearance, which is something I'm extremely excited about. It's a huge opportunity for anybody who knows what TEDx is. If you don't know what TEDx is, it's essentially the world's biggest public speaking platform, or TED and TEDx. So it's a huge opportunity. And it's the first appearance I do on stage here in Cape Verde. However, I will do it in English because it's my second strongest language. So I'm preparing for that. It takes an immense amount of time to condense an entire story, my story about my mental health journey and what I've overcome. I will also share like very personal stories. I will also share the whole Madonna thing when I was training together with her. That happens. I also get invited to speak in a couple of months from now. I'm going to Praia, which is the capital of Cape Verde. I'm going to Praia in Santiago to have a keynote speak, and that will be my first keynote speak ever in Creole. So I gotta prepare for that also. I will also invited to fly to Europe for a dance festival. So I gotta, start the dance engine again. I'm still dancing, but when you're teaching it, so I'm gonna teach, I'm gonna have a show, I do a solo show, and I'm gonna have a lot of social dances. So I gotta really start the dance engine again because it's a huge festival. It's one of the biggest in the world. So I gotta go there, and it's also one of the most respected. So I'm gonna go there, and I've been away for a while. I've been away for a while since I moved to Africa. So I'm gonna be coming back, so I gotta, knock that out of the park also. And then on top of this, I also have like the weekly podcast that I'm putting out together with you guys. And on top of that, I'm also doing the whole AI automation business together with ChatGPT that I'm really passionate, really focused on. So there's a lot of shit happening. There's a lot of things happening. And then on top of all of this is like, I got my regular life, I still have my business, I still have my clients, I still have my grandma that I take care of, who lives here in Cape Verde, which is like #1 reason I live here. Still need to become better at Creole. So all of these things, it's very easy to get overwhelmed, right? A lot of shit is happening. Now, I refuse to get overwhelmed. 100% refuse to. And I also forgot to mention that I started another company here in Cape Verde a couple of weeks ago that is also running or it's starting at least while all of this other shit is happening. But I refuse to get overwhelmed. And how do I do this, right? how do I do all of these things without getting overwhelmed, without getting stressed, without diminishing the results, all right? Like you still want a return on investment on all the time you're putting into one craft. So very simple, very, very simple. Here is the tool that I want you all to do. So essentially you take a piece of paper, an A4 paper, you draw a cross in the middle. Then on one side, I call this the priority quadrant. I have a full video in this channel where I'm breaking it down, but just very briefly, draw a cross in the middle, then you write high priority, medium priority, low priority, and no priority. High, medium, low, no. With that, you're putting everything that is happening into your life, right? So for me right now, because TEDx is my first big thing that is happening. So my TEDx talk is high priority. Medium priority is the keynote speaker having Creole. That's medium priority. I have low priority right now is my dancing, because that's way further along. And then the no priority is like the classics, like gossip, searching for new friends, I don't know, one night stands, like, you know what I mean? Like the things that doesn't make sense for me to focus on right now. Shouldn't focus on this, I'm not gonna do it. So, and the same goes with like self-doubt, negative self-talk, feeling overwhelmed. Like all of these things push in there. So it's not only tangible things, it's also emotional. It's like, so one thing that I'm really focused on also on top of all of this is meditation. Haven't been like really strict with my meditation. I need to go back to that. So that's a high priority for me, because I know if I want to accomplish all of those things that I told you, meditation is high up on the list. And then my workout, like that's medium priority. It's not high priority right now, it's medium priority. So meditation go first and all of the other things go first, TEDx goes first, then I have the workouts, because I don't have any aesthetic goals. I don't want to be a lot stronger. Like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'll probably get more into boxing also because I want to work on my cardio. So that is the medium priority. No low priority, like social media, like just scrolling, randomly scrolling. That should even be like no priority. So you get the point. High, medium, low, no. And when you have this on paper, this creates clarity. And as a result of your clarity, you won't be stressed, because I also know that, so everything that is on my no priority list, right? Remember, negative self-talk, self-doubt. So as soon as I start to think negatively, I remove that. I remove my thoughts, because you can't delete the thought, right? So I remove my thought from the no priority, and then move it up to think about something that is in the high priority quadrant. This is the priority quadrant. So let's say you, for example, maybe you spend a lot of time thinking on your ex. So every time, because now you put your thinking about my ex in your no priority quadrant. Every time you think about your ex, you drag your attention consciously up to the high priority. And that's going to create new neural pathways. So it's going to create an association. So every time you think about stuff in no priority, you know exactly that you're going to replace it with something else that is up here. I hope that makes sense, because for me it makes total sense. Now, here is the thing with that. Now, you have allocated all your energy, like your resources, from the no priority all the way up to the high priority, because that's what you're focusing on. Next step is to put everything into your calendar. You put everything into your calendar. I live for my Google Cal. It's my dictator. It's my master. Everything that happens in my life is inside of my calendar. And my calendar dictates what I do, right? So like this, you have taken it from paper. You're not putting it into a system. And then after that, the third step is to focus on the task. And remember, this is a season. This is a season in life. This is not your entire life till all future is gonna look like this. It's not what this is about. But remember, a season is from anywhere from 1 to 6 months. Now here's the thing, could even be longer, could even be 2-3 years, but we're gonna focus on the next 5 months, because that's many months that are left on the year. Now, here's the thing, champ, and I wanna let you know, so you don't panic when this is happening, that you will get overwhelmed. I guarantee you that you will get overwhelmed. You will be stressed, because now you gotta be way more disciplined, and you will get tired, because you need to live after your calendar. So you're making a commitment to yourself that I will live after my calendar, only focus on high or medium priorities, that the things that are inside of my priority quadrant. And when you do that, you will still feel that people that are in the low priority or no priority, they will drag you. They will try to drag you to join, and they will try to drag you to get in back into whatever you were before. But so you will have to toughen up a bit, because remember, this is TRUEversations. I just want to give it to you straight. You will need to toughen up, because you will get tired, but it's just a season. You know there is an end to this. It's just a season. There is nothing dangerous with being tired. There's nothing dangerous with being tired. I have so many people lately, especially one in my office. Every time I meet him, he's like, bro, you look tired. You look so tired. Every time he meets me. Oh, you look tired. You look tired. I tell him the same every time. I'm like, bro, I am tired. I am tired. Like, Yeah, I'm tired. The fuck? It's like, yeah, but you need to relax. You need to relax. They're like, why? Why do I need to relax? There's nothing dangerous with being tired. You can be tired for a couple of months. It's cool. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna hit the wall. You need to toughen up a bit. You need to toughen up, you need to get to work, you need to do what you're supposed to be doing, whether you feel like it or not. Nobody's gonna die. Now, there's a difference between toughening up a bit and killing yourself. Remember, not once did I say skip training, not once did I say sleep less, not once did I say skip your nutrition, not once did I say skip your your daily water intake. Because if you drink your waters, you stay true to your nutrition, you sleep enough, and you train, all of these things, it's gonna be good. Like, I know I sleep 7.5 hours every day because I time it, I clock it. Like, I have the data to back it up. I also journal every day. So when I'm feeling like, ooh, I'm getting stressed, maybe I need vacation, it's like, no. Let's look at the data. Let's not let my random mixture of emotions get in to the decision that I'm about to take. I sleep 7.5 hours every day, train, I meditate, I spend time in nature, I take care of all of the 40 plus plants I have in my house. I go to the ocean almost every day, and then I take every Sunday off. Every Sunday I don't do nothing. And that is sufficient enough for me to go into my mind and say, you know what? I have this TEDx talk I need to focus on. I need to toughen up. Let's get this shit done. Because I know now it's Wednesday, and I felt a little tired today, I'm gonna be honest. Today when I woke up, I felt a little tired, and I said, maybe I should take the day off. But hold up, just had weekend. The weekend was just here. I didn't do nothing this Sunday. So Monday, Tuesday, and I want to take the day off? Come on. That's not how life works. You gotta toughen up. You gotta toughen up sometimes, champ, because it's just a season. And most people get this wrong. I tell you, most people are slaves to their emotions. They are so emotionally immature and soft and constantly react on what they are feeling. Your feelings, your emotions are not facts. They are biases. They are emotional cocktails that happens inside of your body. It could be that you ate something and that responded something. It could be that something that you thought about subconsciously and now you have a conscious response to it. Don't worry about it. Don't overthink it now. Disclaimer, you're dealing with mental health issues. If you are coming out from anxiety, where I've been, if you're coming out from depression, where I've been, this might not apply for you. However, you can still push the bar, because if this is your roof right now, you gotta find a way to keep hitting it, and not to keep hitting it and staying at the same place. This ain't it. This ain't it. You gotta hit it up. The only time you want to hit the ceiling is when you're hitting it so it pushes up mentally, physically. I hope this makes sense. So quick summary of it all. It's a season that is coming up in front of us. Recession is along the way. Inflation is right here. Things are getting more expensive in Cape Verde, in the world. It's time to get to work. So we have a season in front of us. What the next 5 months, what you're gonna focus on? High priority, medium priority, low priority, no priority. Lay it out. Put it on a piece of paper. Bam, now you know it. Put it inside of your calendar. Your calendar is now your dictator. Follow what says in the calendar and toughen up. Go to work. I believe in you, but you gotta believe in yourself first, and you gotta change the attitude that you have towards work. It's completely fine to be a little bit tired. It's completely fine to be a little bit emotionally unstable. Don't let your emotions dictate what you are doing. Do it regardless how you feel. Mental discipline means doing what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to be doing it, whether you feel like it or not. If you do this, you stay true to your season, I promise you, you're gonna get more things done than you got in the last 6 months. Get to work, stay sharp.